Adarsh here from Adarsh Model Train. So today we will see how we can install Mosquitto MQTT message broker for on Windows laptop. So I have documented all the commands step by step. If you go into my GitHub repository, github.com/adarsh-model-trains. So in this, if you go in jmri MQTT Spring Transformer Wireless Project, if you go here in the bottom, here you can see MQTT setup guideline link. So here if you go into that link, you can see there is a Mosquitto setup for Mac, Mosquitto setup for Windows. So for Windows, what we have to do is we have to get the downloadable file from mosquitto.org. So if you go into this downloads, and we have Windows of 64. What I'm personally using, it's Windows 64-bit. So I'm gonna download this file and I'll try to download it into download folders. Yes, I want to replace it. I have already, I guess, one of the file. And if I go here, so what we have to do is we have to do the installation. It will do the installation on C program files slash mosquitto, that's a directory. So we have to create a mosquitto home as an environment variable and then set it into the path variable so that it can be accessible in anywhere in all the drives. And then what we have to do, we have to disable the mosquitto service by going into Windows services, and then we have to create a config, mosquitto config, with basic like log type or listener on port this and allow anonymous true, which means with anybody can log into mosquitto. And then we can just use mosquitto command. C stands for configuration passing configuration file, and we can start the server, and then we have to subscribe it. So we can subscribe it using mosquitto underscore sub, that's a command, and with the H stands for host, V stands for verbose, and T stands for topic. So we are trying to subscribe this topic, and we will publish the data by using mosquitto underscore pub hyphen. H stands for host, T stands for topic, R stands for I forget, I guess this R stands for retaining the message, and M stands for message. Then after this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a password file with username and colon password, and then we will use this mosquitto underscore pass wd command with hyphen u as a, and give a parameter of the password file, and we will encrypt the same file. So if you see, after that user will be same but password will be encrypted. And then inside the config file we will add one more password underscore file field with the path of the password file, and then again we will restart the config mosquitto with the configuration, and then we will subscribe to the topic with by passing username with a hyphen u and capital P as a password. And then for publishing we will use the same command with hyphen u and hyphen t, and T stands for topic, R stands for retaining, and M stands for message. So all the abbreviation I have documented here. So first thing what I'm gonna do is so I have everything, so I'll just change the network where to Adarsh model trains. So my Windows laptop is on that, and that's a private network which I don't want anyone to access it from outside. And this is a host name. I'll give the username password. So I guess I have already shared. I'll just delete this file. And as what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to downloads. I'll copy the installation exe file from here to Windows, and it copied there. So what I did, I just created a simple password file as I have mentioned here, which contain only uh, username and password, and mosquito configuration file here. If I just use, so log type all, listener, allow anonymous, false, because now I don't want to anyone to connect to my this thing. Whoever is having credential, they can connect to mosquito server, and password file location. So always ensure that password file and config file should be in the same place. So after that I'll do eject, and I'll use Microsoft Remote Desktop application. I'll just try to connect to this Windows machine. I don't like to work on Windows oftenly, so I prefer to work on Mac. So now I'm inside the Windows machine. So what I'm gonna do is, we'll go to D share folder, and we will do installation, run as administrator. So that is installed. Now we will go into services, and we will search for mosquito message broker. So here if you see, mosquito message broker is manual. So if it's automatic, go to app. Here it mostly it will be like this, but you have to make it manual. Apply. Okay, so this service will not be in the running mode. So now what we have to do is, so first thing what we have to do, we have to just make sure mosquito is, so here you can see mosquito is not visible here. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go to C colon where my mosquito is installed. I'll just copy this, and I'll use variable environment variable here. I'll just create new mosquito home. Just copy this, and I'll just go to path, edit, new, percentage mosquito home. Okay, and now we have to open a new -v. So here you can see mosquito is running now, and it's already we can access the mosquito from anywhere in the laptop, in the system now. So first thing what we have to do is, we have to stop the mosquito services. So what we have to do is go into task manager. I'll go into details, Just want to ensure that all the things are fine in the first shot. Processes, app. So what we can do is here directly command, we'll say net stop mosquito service. So it says mosquito service has not been started. Okay, so now what we can do is with our configuration files here, we'll say mosquito. First thing we have to what we have to do is we have to change the password files. So for that what we have to do is we already have all these files here. We will use this command directly here. And now if you see the file mosquito, this file has been changed to encrypted one, so it's ready to use. And then next what we have to do is we have to add the path of the password file into config file and make the anonymous false. To do is next we have to go into the place where we have our configuration file. So before that we'll just see the configuration once again. So in the configuration we have to log type all listener on port number 1883, localhost, allow anonymous false password and password file. And we have already seen how we can do the password encryption by using mosquito underscore pass wd file. So we'll say mosquito c mosquito config, and it will start the mosquito. We'll say command here, we'll just copy this command and we will change the username, because in our file we have mentioned Adarsh as a username. So here you can see on the trains we already start subscribing it. We'll copy this, paste, so here you can see we got our message. If I make it off, this client has disconnected. Some reason client has been disconnected. Public host, I have sent the data here. So here you can see train on off 3 times. I'll make it on. Once I'll make it off, on, so like that, whatever you want, starting, ending. So like that you can do the setup and installation, and we know that it's running on port number 1833 1883, so we can configure it with the jmri easily. So that's how we can do the installation and testing, basic testing of mosquitto mqtt on windows. That's it for now. Thank you.